two important programs and their practical activities as on. One is the Fibonacci series and another is the Armstrong number. So first of all, what is Fibonacci series? It is a kind of series where the previous two terms will be added to generate the next term. Suppose previous two terms are 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 will be 5. In this way, the sequence will proceed. So that is a Fibonacci series. And Armstrong number is a number where the cube of the sum of each of the digits will generate this number. So if we see the program, I think you will be able to understand this what is actually been said. All right. So follow the program and its practical activity. Follow the Fibonacci series program now. Okay, students, let us start with the Fibonacci numbers. So this is the program for the Fibonacci numbers. So for the explanation and all, I will just take the notepad as the whiteboard so you can understand its running, its execution, I mean. Okay, see, this is the remark has been written over here. The program to display the Fibonacci sequence up to nth term. All right, that is the thing. So n number means what? N will be your input and all. Okay, so the thing is that so when you will input that, then definitely the user asks that how many terms you require. Okay, how many terms? Okay, 5 terms, 6 terms, 7 terms, like that. No, then what is happening, as said earlier, that this Fibonacci series actually is the sum of previous two numbers, then the next number will be generated. So here nth one is actually the place. Actually what is happening here, the nth, this variable is actually storing the current term. Okay, then n1 is equals to n2, n2 equals to n. The thing is that first you see how it is executing. Okay, so the thing is that first n1 is how much? Sorry, what a minute. N1 and then n2 out here. I'm writing. Sorry, I'm using the tab key. Which n1, n2, then nth equals to n1 plus n2. This is my these are the steps that we have to see, that we have to check out. All right, now the thing is that Fibonacci sequence will be generated in this way. Now anyone is entering less than 0, it will give you the error message. What? This particular thing, that you must enter a positive number. Let's see, I'll execute once, then we'll be able to see it. Okay, how it is. How many terms? Say I'm giving here, say -2 or -5 or something like that. So it is entering what? Please enter a positive integer. So it will not be executed in this way. Okay, now I'm say running again this module. Okay, so it is asking me how many terms. Say I'm giving 2. Now what is happening? The sequence will be printed what? 0 and 1. Okay, 0 and 1 means two number sequence. Suppose if someone is giving in fact it is 1 also, then only 0 will be printed. You see out here, only 0 is been printed. 0 is also a member of the Fibonacci. Now say I am entering on any other number other than this. Say I'm entering 8. Okay, 8. You watch the output carefully, then you will be able to understand it. Okay, now you see out here what has been given. 0 and 1 when added, 1 has been generated. 1 plus 1 when added has been 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 5 plus 8 is 13. So if you are giving more, if you want to generate more terms, then you can do it. Okay, so you can say you have given 15 terms. All right, so you see out here how the 15 terms have been generated out here. 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, plus 5 8, plus 5 13, 13 plus 21 34, 55, and all these previous two terms you add, you will get the next term. All right, that's what is actually happening in frequency, the Fibonacci series. Now you understand its logic, that how it has been generated. Okay, so this is actually the one, so that we will see out here. So how it is to be generated. Okay, so first value is 0 for I'm writing 0 out here, so I will just change the font once so you will be able to understand. So it is not O, actually it is 0. I'm changing the font once. Okay, so the thing is that I'm taking Times New Roman, that will give me the ideal font. All right, so it has become 0 now. So if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size also. So making it 18. Okay, so I'm using it as, for example, like your blackboard, this is whiteboard, and then first one is 0. Okay, then is 1. Then nth term will be how much? 0 plus 1. That is what? 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Okay, that is the thing. Acha. Now this is the nth term has been generated. Next one, what will happen? It has been given out here. It has been updated. Count that less than terms. So the count is the variable it is counting and less than the terms. Okay, less than n terms. Suppose you have entered 10. That means 0 to 10. That means 0 to 9. 10 numbers will be printed in the particular series. What will happen? 10 numbers will be printed. That is from starting from 0 to 10. And count is the one that is counting the number of iterations that will be there in this particular loop. Someone is entering 0 to 5, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the loop will be executed. All right. So the thing is that count here is functioning as a counter. It is actually looking after the number of execution that the while loop will do. I am continuing with the explanation as well. So what we are doing, let me open the code once so you'll be able to understand. This one is the code, and then the whiteboard. Let's see. Just a minute. Yeah. So here I was explaining to you. So now what is happening out here? Count is when then first the count value is how much? Count value is 0. First only the 0 has been taken. Next execution when it has become, count has become how much? Count has become 1. Now it is checking whatever be the range. Suppose n you have taken here, n terms you have taken out here, say 5. All right. So n terms you have taken 5. Then all the time what is happening? The checking will be done whether the count is less than n terms or not. So 0 is less than 5. That's why the execution began. Afterwards, what is happening? Count has increased by 1. Now, when the count has increased by 1, it has been updated here like this: n1 equals to n2. That means the value of n2 will come under n1, and n2 equals to, it has come nth. That means nth term will coming over here. That means 1 will be coming over here right now. Next, what is happening? So you are going over there. Now next is check out here. Sorry. Then it is how much? N1. Now it was previously 0 and 1. Now it has updated to 1 and then plus 1, which will give you 2. Is not it? So that is the thing. So in this way the execution is going on. After doing this one, once it has been printed, then it has been becoming 2. Next, it has been checked with that 2 is less than 5. Yes, of course. Then after printing, it is proceeding over here. That means 2 has been printed now. That means 0, 1, 2 has been printed. All right. Next, what is happening? When it will go for the next iteration, then what will happen? N1 equals to N2. That means 1 will come over here, and N2 will be equals to N. That means 2 will come over here. So I'm going over there. Then how much it will be? N1 is 1. 1 plus 2, that is equals to 5. And the count will become now 3. All right. So 3 is less than 5, of course. Then what is happening? Now what is the thing? N1 is equals to N2. That means N1 will take the value from N2, which is becoming 2, and N2 will take the value of nth. That means which is actually 5. Now 5 has become. Now the thing is that what is the thing? Now the thing is that sorry, this has I've written wrong. This will be 3. So it will be 3 out here. So 3 has come over here. Now what is happening? 1 is actually 1. Now it will come as here 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. Now this count will become 4, and it will again execute once more time. Okay, then what is happening here? Now it will be L1 equals to 3, and then what is the thing? Here the value will be equals to 5. Now as we will proceed out here, so what will be the things? 3 plus 5, which will be generating out here how much? Equals to 8. Sorry, 3 plus 5 equals to 8. Okay, and this count will become 5. Now you see 5 is no longer less than 5, so the condition becoming false, and here the loop terminates. When the condition is wrong, a condition is false, loop terminates. Okay, so what is happening? So that is the thing. What we have got the output of 5 numbers. Okay, what are the things? 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Now let us see. I will give the 5 numbers out here. We will get the output, and the output will continue in this way. Suppose if I'm giving 5 terms, so 0, 1, 2, 3 things I will get. I have taken one extra number, that's why it is been showing up to 8. But this particular iterations will continue as we'll proceed. So if you want to get the first 6 numbers, so here it will be here it will be done in this way. So I'm giving 6. Now it is coming 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. and 5 plus 3 is 8. So in this way, that particular iterations of Fibonacci series will take place. Okay, I hope you understand this particular calculation. So I don't think so you'll have problem in handling this particular code. So similarly, if the loop terminate doesn't loop terminate, if some more numbers should have been given out here, then what will happen next stage? N1 equals to 5, and then N2 equals to nth term. Then what it will be? So it will be 5 plus 8 equals to 13. So in this way, the iteration continues. So that's all about the Fibonacci series. All right. Checking of an Armstrong number, practical to be followed. So where we were, we'll just go back over there only in the explanation part. Okay, so it was like this. So let me open the code once. So let just a minute. Yeah. So we were here. Fine. And then next, just a minute. Yes. Now we are here. Now what is happening? 152 plus 1 cube it will be, and it will generate 153. And finally, what will happen? 1 will be divided by 10. That the quotient will be returned as 0 because it is going 0 times. So when we are dividing, there is a difference. 1 modulus 10. Whenever you are dividing 1 by 10, what is happening? It is giving the quotient 0, and 1 minus 0, when you are doing, it is giving the remainder as 1. So whenever you are using the this kind of operator, like remainder operator modulus, I mean, so when the divisor will be bigger, the same number will be returned as the remainder, and whenever you are dividing, the quotient will be given as 0, since it is an integer division. So it will be returned as 0. So temp value has become finally how much? It is becoming 0. So 0 cannot be greater than 0. Here the loop terminates. Now it is generated 153 and 153 that we have entered before. So both the numbers are becoming same, that it is satisfying the criteria for the Armstrong number. So that is why when this kind of situation will occur and any number to be given, okay, then you can say that yes, this is an Armstrong number. There are some more number also. You can check it out with 407. Okay, 407 is also a also an Armstrong number. So let us check once this one run module. I'm doing the executing the things whether our calculation is correct or not. Now we are checking through the coding. Okay, so the thing is that you check out here. Okay, what I will give out here, just a minute. 153. 153 I will check out. Okay, 153 you check. Now you see out here it is an Armstrong number, quite rightly said. All right, now I'm checking any other number, anything randomly. I'm taking say 457.8 like this one. So not an Armstrong number. Now another options, another one I'm checking with, as I've told you, 407 is an Armstrong number. Okay, is an Armstrong number. You see out here, I'm checking one more very interesting number. The first number, first Armstrong number, one, it is an Armstrong number because one cube one is only generating. So that's what these are the things are happening. These are the things have been posted in the wall also, and you watch this video in order to understand its practical aspects. Okay, and how the each step has been iterated, each has been iterated. I have shown out here with the help of whiteboard. Once more, going back to the whiteboard. Okay, so you will have no problem out here. You can see out here how I have done. You can do the execution in the same manner, so you will get your answer. Any program, when you are doing, just analyze this output, so you will have your answer, and try to write the code very efficiently. All right, so that is what is important for you all. So this is the explanation for the Armstrong number, and I had given you already the Fibonacci number. So kindly implement both these practicals properly. You can try it out with for loop also, and here each and every step the documentation has been given in order to make you understand what is happening right down the code. All right, so you these operators, you can see last time also I told you. Okay, these are the different operators has been used, and this is finding out the exponent. Okay, that means to the power, that means here cube, cube is the power. So that's the thing we are doing out here. Fine. All right, then implement the practical. Thank you very much. Okay, and enjoy the practical, do the practical with full enjoyment. Okay, then you will see that it is really interesting. Thank you. Next is another number that is called Armstrong number, which is actually, the thing is that, suppose if I'm taking a number 153, then it will be 1 cube, okay, 1, that means 1 into 1 into 1, okay, equal plus, then 5 into 5 into 5 plus 3 into 3 into 3. That means the sum of the cubes of the individual numbers, individual digits, will give the same number. So 1 cube is standing what, 1, plus 5 cube is of 125, plus 3 cube is 27, that is resulting into 153. When this criteria will match, when this particular thing when added will become number, generate the number, and it will be equal to the entered number, then it is called an Armstrong number. All right, so we are coming the next to the Armstrong number. What is the check whether the number is an Armstrong number or not? So here a number has been inputted and some one variable has been taken to accumulate the sum of the cube, sum of the digits after cubing it. Then it is given temporary variable I've taken, sorry, temp variable simply I've taken to store the num, because it is going to change in due course. So what is happening, how it is extracting the number, that is a very important operator has been used. Last time you all have done this. Okay, so what is happening out here, temp. Temp means it is taking the number whether the number is greater than 0 or not. Okay, first of all, then it is finding out the remainder. Remainder means the last digit. So what is happening, suppose 153, suppose n equals to, you have entered 153, then how it is coming, then digit it will be equals to how much, digit 153 modulus 10, so means the remainder will be find out. Yes, 3 has been taken as the remainder, it will come from the back. All right, now what is happening, sum equals to sum equals to how much, sum equals to sum plus digit into 3 digit. What is the meaning of double star? Double star means to the power, that means 3 will be cubed, that means 3 into 3 will take place. That means it will store, first value of sum is how much, sum is 0, so with 0 what will be added, that will be how much, 27, so the resulting into 27. Now temp double divide, this means like it is finding out simply the quotient, that means temp equals to how much, temp temp divided by 10. All right, divide equals to 10, then what will be the result into this, 15 will be the result. Now it will again proceed, the now value of temp, n equals to temp, actually temp, okay, so n equals to temp, and both the values are same. So now instead of temp 153, now it has become how much, 15. Again the same stage will, same execution will take place. So now in middle what it will check, whether the temp is greater than 0 or not. So temp has been generated 15, so 15 is well greater than 0, so the things will continue. So the second iteration will continue. Now what is happening here, it will change a bit, 153 it will become, instead of this, 15. So when we are dividing by 10, getting the remainder how much, 5, then 5 will be cubed out here. So how much it will be, 5 into 5 into 5, that will give resulting into how much, 125. All right, now what is happening, this one will be 125, and this 0 will be changed into, previous value was 27. All right, so it will be 20, how much, 27, so it will be resulting into how much, 152, and then temp equals to temp divided by 10, how much it will be right now. So the temp will be changed into now 15 divided by 10. The value of temp has changed into 15. Previously we had done. So it will be resulting into how much? 1. All right. So the thing is that, so this the next stage of iterations, what will happen in the things, again temp will be checked out here. 1 is greater than 0. Yes, 1 is greater than 0. Then what is happening? Again the three things will take place. Three steps will take place. Now instead of 15 it will be how much, 15 it will be how much, it will be 1. So 1 modulus 10, 0 time it will go, so the remainder will become 1. Now what is happening out here, here it will be 152, 1 into 1 into 1. All right, it will become now How much? Thanks to all. Subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon to get the intimation on latest videos posted by me. And the videos will be on the Python programming and other programming languages and other software related issues and practicals. So this will be really helpful for you, and be safe and be at home and enjoy the practical and the critical classes. Thank you.